Okay, welcome to simplifying algebraic expressions. And we're just going to deal with addition and subtraction. And I'm telling you to simplify means to build an equivalent expression with fewer terms. And each algebraic expression has different parts. We have the coefficient, the variable, and the constant. And I have a little variable expression here, and I'm going to show you these different parts. The coefficient, this right here is the coefficient. I'll circle that there. The coefficient is the 3 in this case. It's the number that's being multiplied by the variable. Now the variable is the x right there. And the constant is just the number without a variable. Something that's constant and never changes. And that 4 is going to stay 4 no matter what. So that's why we call it a constant. So these are the different parts. And when you're asked to simplify, that one's already simplified. You can't combine any like terms. There's no constants to combine or variable terms to combine. And by the way, that's a variable and that's a coefficient. Together, that's a variable term. So we have this here. Here we have two variable terms. We have this one, and we have the minus 9x right there. Two variable terms. And we have two constants. We have the 4 and the minus 10. And so what we can do is we could rearrange all these terms here to easily combine them. And so I'll have the 3x right there. And if I can have you rethink this here. If I have the 3x, okay, I've rewritten that. I'm getting rid of that now. And I have the minus 9x. So if I have with this minus 9x, let me remove that whole minus 9x and put it over here, minus 9x. And then I have the 4 plus 4. Okay, I'll just write it as 4. So I'll take this whole thing here and write 4. And then I have minus 10. Take that out and write it over here. Now I've separated them. I have the variable terms together and the constants together. And now I'll take, well, 3 minus 9. 3 minus 9, that is negative 6. And it is a variable term, so I'm going to add the variable to it. And then 4 minus 10, that's also negative 6. And so when I have my original expression that we can kind of see under this, it gets rearranged and combined, and my final answer is negative 6x minus 6. See, this is what's referred to as simplified. So we had 4 terms here, and now we've condensed it down to just 2 terms, one variable term and one constant. Okay, we have this one. Now, this is the same idea as this that I was doing up here. We just got parentheses. No big deal, really. I have negative 7x. Okay, take that out. Plus and negative 3x. Negative 3x. Usually the operation and the sign are separated by parentheses, so I'm just going to put that in there. And then I have the positive 5, or I'll just write it as 5. So 5 plus. That one right there is written here, and minus 2. Or this whole thing right here, minus 2. And I realize I said minus 2, and it looks like now negative 2, and it's going to behave as a negative 2 at this point. When I combine my like terms, I have negative 7 plus negative 3, and that is negative 10x, and then 5 plus negative 2 is 3. Put it all together, negative 10x plus 3. This is the simplified response. Okay, now I'll step it up a little bit. we have this. Now I'm going to do the same kind of thing. Negative 2x. Okay, I'll write that here. Negative 2x. That is there. Minus and negative 3x. Okay, I'm going to write that down here. Negative 3x. And that has been taken care of. And the operation and the sign, I'll separate those with parentheses. And then I have now, oh, that was minus 5, but now that I remove this, it looks like negative 5. And so that's how I'm going to write it. Negative 5 right there, minus, and I have a positive 2, which it looks like a plus 2. Now it looks like a positive 2. I could write plus 2 or positive 2 right there, and I could write in parentheses. I don't really, but usually we don't write the positive right there. I'm just going to write it without. So plus 2, I'll just write it as 2. You could do either. It means the same thing. Okay, now negative 2 minus negative 3. I could put what I call a positive peanut right here. If you have minus negative, you always make a little peanut right there, and everything inside is a positive. Okay, so what we're looking at really, we have this is negative 2 plus a positive 3. That is 1. It's a positive 1. Positive 1 x, which if you have 1x, that's just the same thing as saying you have x. Now, negative 5 minus 2, that is negative 7. I'll put my two parts of my answer together. X minus 7. This is a simplified version of that. And so that's what you got to know about adding and subtracting algebraic expressions. Thanks for watching.